Yo, what is up, guys? It's Bankrupt Dope, back with another video, and today we're back on some Honkai Star Rail. Now, I just want to talk about some things that, I just think about while playing this game, and hopefully it's something that can be improved in the future. But before we get into that, hope everybody's having a good day. If you're not having a good day, I hope your day gets better. You already know the drill. And I turned the master volume all the way down to 1, yet this game still plays very loud, which is crazy. So hopefully I am not being like drowned out by the sounds of the background. But we're just gonna hop straight in. This video shouldn't take too long, because I don't think so, but we'll hop straight in and I'll talk about exactly what biggest thing that I dislike, and I don't think it's necessary in gacha game. People try to say it's a gacha game thing. It is not a gacha game thing, because I have played plenty of other gacha games that do not suffer for this problem. Only a select few games. It's a choice that developers make to make people play the game longer, which I don't think is ever needed. It does not make me want to play. It makes it more feel like a chore than like, oh my gosh, it gives me something to do. No, it's not something to do. It's a chore. And that thing is the ability to level up your characters. It's so annoying that I can't just level up everybody in this game. Let me just give you guys a perspective. Let me tell you what I think was worth grinding and what I should be striving to do in terms of using my stamina and I'm having to wait. I should have to wait to complete Forgotten Hall. I should have to wait to clear Simulated Universe, because that is actual content in the game that I'm trying to complete. That's fair. I should have to grind to ascend my characters to the next level, but not to level them up. But you'll find in this game that you starve for the Traveler Guide resources, the Refined Ether, and the Lost Crystals. That's miserable. Straight up, that's miserable, and that should not be the grind, because it's not content. That is not what I am playing this game for. I am playing this game so that I can complete the Simulated Universe. Like I said, that's content. You know, there's a boss in there that we're trying to get to. We're trying to beat it as quickly as possible so we can farm up and just max out the talents and everything and get more gems. That's what we're grinding that for, right? To get the gems. At the end of the day, you're really grinding so you can get more characters. That's really the whole point. Like, that's the true loop of a gacha game. You grind, you try to beat as much content as you can so you can get more stones or more gems or whatever the currency is, so you can pull for the next banner that comes out in the future. And also at the same time, you can say that you beat the content. But at the end of the day, it's that loop. You're trying to beat the content to get the currency so you can enjoy the characters and see how good the character is, so you can, and you just go on that loop forever. That is gacha games. And yes, this game does have a story. And it's a decent story. I don't think the story is good. I don't think it's as good as people say it is. I'll just be honest. It's not. It didn't it didn't grab me. There's way too much pointless dialogue and boring dialogue in here with no voice acting, and it's just dry for this to be top tier, top tier story for me. But that's just my opinion. Now, obviously it can be, but just for me, it's not that good. It's okay, But then, specifically, this is a MiHoYoVerse thing, and there might be a few other gacha games that do it. Well, that's quite a few other games that do this as well. But it's the relic farming part of it, right? I hate relic farming. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. It shouldn't be a part of the game. I think that there should be set things that I can grind for within a relic piece, but I should not have to worry about all these stats. Having to worry about and manage 5 stats is so far out of my hands and so resource intensive if you really want to get good stuff for god rolls. Which, granted, you don't need god rolls, but you can get so much pointless stuff to where you can have a character that's significantly weaker than what it should be, just because you just are happening not to get the right character. Now, obviously, you can dispose of those with you could like just dismantle it and get resources. But once again, if you're not refreshing, you won't have just a whole bunch of materials just to like what's the word, to salvage. You won't have enough stuff to salvage to be able to get their material. So yes, within time, sure, you can just salvage units, just roll for a piece with the piece that you like. You can roll for a stat that you want a piece, but that's one stat out of the other four. So like you still find yourself leveling up and getting trash. It's quite easy. It's very hard to get a god roll, and that's not. And like, I'm just gonna throw out that that's not what you're playing the game for. You're not playing the game to get a god roll. So I should not be wasting all my stats and my resources. I don't know why I said stats. I should not be wasting all my resources to get a stat on a piece of armor. This is not what in-game content is. In-game content are bosses, waves of enemies, like Forgotten Hall and similar enemies. That should be what I'm grinding for. Period. Those should be the only two things that are truly making me struggle. But to lock so many things. What kind of material is this? Is this, trace materials. To unlock key essential trace materials behind 3 days a week, that's dumb in my opinion. But it's okay. That one's okay. Because there are plenty of other games. There's always something that has to be locked. And I'm not mad at that. I'm not locked at least one thing being locked behind something. But when so many aspects of the game are just tied behind your stamina, the amount of times you can do so you have stamina. For this one, you have just locked behind, like you can only do it 3 times. And the amount of materials have there's so many restrictions that like if you just take some of these things away, this game could really shoot up there. Now I get it. It's a marketing thing. They want you to just go ahead and buy your stamina, but I should not have to buy to play. I should not have to pay to play. I've heard the statement, you gotta pay to play. I'm down to pay to play for summons and getting a character. But I should not have to pay to literally play the game. That's dumb. I should, truthfully, be able to scroll down here, click this hook, and level hook up without having to worry that I'm going to be stuck for resources for the next month because I decided to level up another character. Truth be told, I should not be leveling up anybody else if I want to be able to level characters in the future. Because to get these characters, I guess from level 60, 70 costs a lot. Chances are I'm not going to be able to have a full 17. That's just not something that's not going to happen for a while. So there's already that annoyance, right? I've started leveling up Pela. And I have to stop right here at 50. You want to know why? Because there are 3 characters on the next banner that's coming out that I am going to get, most likely. Let's say I get all 3 of them. I spend most of my resources on, what's his name? What's the lightning god's name? I'm drawing a blank to his name. Is it? Nope, that's from a different game. Let's go over and see what his name is. It's bugging me, so I need to know. Why is his name just not right at the front? It's bothering me because it's probably somewhere on the screen, and I can't think of it. But, that guy. I'm going to spend all my resources on him, right? So by the time I get done spending my resources on him, will I have enough to level up the 4 stars on the banner? Probably not. But I'm going to want them as well because Seal is still my heaviest hitting unit. And you can see her there on the screen on her phone. She's going to be my hardest hitting unit. And I'm going to want the other character that raise up the attack bonus. I think that's, is that Shushang or the other one? Whatever, one of those gives you the attack boost, and I have neither one of them. I'm going to level up as well. But guess what? I probably won't have enough resources to level all of them up and have them be viable and not get me killed in content. Because the team I want to run is Sela, the Lightning God, maybe a tank, like maybe my Japard or the Fire main character, or Bailu. And then, like I said, then I'll run the attack buffer. I haven't decided. So I'm going to either have a tank or healer. That spot can be moved as much as I want. But for Sela and the support character that I have there as the attack buffer, that person's really squishy. Right? And they're going to be squishy because they probably won't be leveled up. And I can't afford to not have them leveled up to complete the harder content in the game, such as Forgotten Hall. Like, Forgotten Hall is quite difficult. And let's just show you guys where I am now. I'm only on 14. I haven't even attempted to try 14 because I don't have a team that's good enough to do it. I don't have one damage dealer because I don't have enough resources to level up the other characters. And I don't feel like burning. I burnt my stuff, my regions, other things, which people will say a mistake. But that's not what it should be. That should not be the mistake that you can make to not have fun in the game. That should not be the case. Just because it's how it's been does not mean it's how it should be. And you have the people from the Genshin players. It's how it is. You can impact it. No, that doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it's a good system because it's not. It's not a good system. And last thing, to go back to my point, what I'm saying, this is why, and it's just too many things are restricted. Because then we get to come over with a simulator universe. You only have the 7,000 points, which is nice. I'll admit, it's nice that we get rewards here. I appreciate that. Thank you for giving me rewards. I like that. But I can't even take on the next world because I am not Equilibrium 4. I can't take on World 5 because I'm not Equilibrium 4. And instead of giving players a way to get some kind of experience, whether it be fighting things or anything like that, like most games, like a lot of other games, just have a level that you can get to and then everything unlocks. But no, not MiHoYoVerse game. I'm stuck on world level / equilibrium level ups. And there's only so much experience you can get in a day without having to, once again, pull out that credit card. And I should not have to pull out the money to play the game. That should not be the case. If I can't at least progress my experience, I should at least be able to grind gear. I should at least be able to grind materials to make my characters play better. At the minimum, that should be what I should be able to do that. So, in my opinion, and in the future, I do think that some of these things, as in like these galaxies, for example, should be free. Let that cost 0, but let me have to run it and make it harder. But let it be free so it doesn't drain my stamina. There's just so many things that are stamina driven in this game that's crazy. And I can see that even within a year of playing, you can still have resource depletion, which is crazy. Because we can say all gacha games start off with resource depletion. You can say that, yes, every game starts off with resource depletion. But when they hit 1 year, I'm pretty sure Genshin Impact has hit a year, more than a year at this point. The fact that you can still hit resource depletion in that game is crazy. Because you have games like Dokkan Battle. And I use Dokkan Battle because it's the game I played the most. But, dude, the amount of characters of high levels, like of higher rarities, of like, so you have LR, TUR, and those are like the 2 big tiers. And the LR are like the more premium, like the most premium characters you can get. The fact that I can summon and get any LR character I want, and I don't have to struggle for the middle resources to level them up, but I do have to grind for the medals to awaken them. That should be the grind right there. The awakening part, not the you got them and you just want to level them up. Basically, the basic level up should not cost me my resources. And it doesn't there because you've already built them up over time. So I can spam hundreds of characters to max level, excluding their character events. But I can spam hundreds of characters to max level and not have to think twice. Because I have the money and I have the resources built up. But you don't get to run that into this game. You just don't do that often. It's not common. It's probably just not going to happen for anyone, especially free to play, that you will have an abundance of resources built up just for the future. You just won't have that. And I hate that. I think that needs to go. And that is my biggest problem with this the MiHoYoVerse. And yes, I think that's the best way to say it, because it's a verse. They have a universe. That's my problem with the MiHoYoVerse. Come on. I mean, this video won't go anywhere, obviously. I don't think many people will watch it. But still, I just want to say it. I want to put it out there. Please. It makes the game so much more fun if I'm not restricted by stamina, by this grinding, by that grinding, by relic farming, by trace farming, by character level up farming, by money. No, stop that. Stop all of that farming gate. That's terrible. Please hear me. Yes, you have people that say that that's great for them, but that's mostly streamers because they make money because people can sit there and watch them play. So, of course, to waste time to do something and they can make a profit from it, of course, it's not going to be that bad. But when you make no profit from the game and you just have to use your free time and your time, these things don't become fun anymore. And that's what leads to a lot of people leaving the game. So, yes, for the diehard fan before the diehards, yes, you might enjoy the grind because it gives you something to do. And I'm not saying games should be for casuals all the time. But still think about the casual. It's crazy how far you can go when your casuals are also appealing to the game. You can keep your casuals engaged. It keeps games so far. That's where there's a reason so many games, like the tryhards, get mad because the casuals kind of control the thing. But the truth is the casuals make you way more money than the tryhards will in terms of playtime. Maybe not wallets, but in playtime, the casuals have it set. They drive the game. And a game like Genshin Impact, and just the MiHoYoVerse games in general, Star Rail, Honkai Impact 3rd, is it really appealing to the casuals? Probably not. Because if they don't watch YouTube videos to learn the most optimal way to do everything, they're running through their resources. And they're not going to get them back for a long time. And they're going to find themselves hard stuck and they're going to quit. And they're going to say, some people are going to say, oh, just go to YouTube. You'll understand how few people actually are on the internet compared to the people that actually play the game. Always remember that. Always remember that the amount you see on YouTube that watch and interact with all the streamers is rarely that's the very small percentage of people that actually play the game. So yes, we might be able to have the information. We might know what to do. But there's a whole bunch of other people that have downloaded the game, tried it out, and they don't have a clue what's going on. So hear me out. Stop the gating. Let people play the game. Biggest statement. Yes, it's got your game. We still have a stamina system. Let me use my stamina system in a different way. Like I said, it's weird that this is the stuff that's free and you can run as much as you want. But the stuff that actually make your characters good are where it's gated behind your stamina. And those take more runs than the other ones. I only need to run Summon Universe a couple of times. That's locked behind stamina. I don't care because I only need to run that so many times. Same Forgotten Hall. I only need to run Forgotten Hall so many times. And like I said, you can always just take pages out of other games' books. You don't have to start from the ground up all the time. You can just copy the homework. And look, this game's already at this point, and players love that. So we don't have to make them start off in a moment where, oh, you only have this amount of runs. You don't have to do that. You can just have an unlimited amount of runs off rip. We don't have to start from you're restricted for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Now it's free. Now y'all can have it in 3 years. No, we don't need that. And that's a whole nother problem for gaming altogether. We don't need to keep starting from level 1. We don't need that. We don't need level 1 rewards. We don't need level 1 entertainment. Start at level 10, guys. We're in a new decade. We do not need to keep starting these games with bare bones. And I'm not saying this game is bare bones by any means. But there are other things that I know that in the future they will change. And they can change sooner rather than later. And it's not a thing of, oh, they just don't have the resources to know they can do it, but they don't want to do it because they're saving it for later as content. We don't need to do that anymore. Stop doing that. It's so bad for gaming because it keeps us in the same loop. Games now should not be so similar to games of the past. If you really want to go there, they are quite similar, and in some cases even worse. If you really want to go down and break it down, maybe one day I do an RPG like turn-based comparison, comparing this game to other games. But that's not a fair comparison because I don't think that it's meant to be compared to other things. But sometimes you just have to do that to prove a point. But that was very long-winded, and I probably said a whole bunch of hoopla, and most people probably won't even agree with it. It's like, man, whatever, who cares? It's still just a phone game. Yes, it is just a phone game. They can do what they want. We can't really influence them too much besides our activity. And of course, no one's gonna stop playing to prove a point because you lose so much dire resources because you can't even prove a point anyway. Crazy. Do you see my point here? You can't even prove a point because you prove a point, boy, your account be hurting. It's crazy. But thank you for watching. If you watched, I really do appreciate you. I just wanted to talk about it. You know, like I said, I just think this is just my opinion. Obviously, all these things, I'm probably saying things that they might need to be there, and they're there for a reason. But I'm just saying what I think should be done. This is just my opinion. Thank you for watching. Drop a like on the video if you like. Comment something down below. Let me know how you feel about the game. I do think the game is very fun. Let's go into the other. I do enjoy this game. I'm just saying rooms for improvement, things that can make the game better than what it is, and the things I don't like. I just named things I don't like, but there are plenty of things that I do like. So yeah. With all that being said, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.